I want you guys to see how beautiful when her hair is wet from having the product on there. Look at that pattern of the curl formation.
Louder, screaming louder, my superpower. Gonna take you higher.
Hello to all the hair besties in land. I'm so excited today. I'm here with my good friend Unique. I love your curls. I mean, look how defined her ringlets are. Look at this. I mean, like these little curl definition is so pretty, and I love that texture. It gives so much volume. Okay, so what color are we doing today?
Blue and green.
Blue and green. Are you sure about this?
I'm positive.
You've been wanting this for a while.
A very long time.
Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
You waited long enough.
Yes.
Let's go, come on. Time to put your body condom on. So we're gonna get in close on Unique's hair. I want you guys to take a look at how beautiful this texture is. Just look at that. I mean, come on. So my goal today is to lighten her hair to level 8 without losing any of her curl. Anytime you lighten the hair, obviously, it softens the curl a little bit, right? So always know that. So I am so excited to introduce a new product for you guys. So come this way. It's gonna be a very exciting day. So we have the new Tang My Hero Collagen Powder X. This is gonna help preserve her curl formation, her texture, so she doesn't lose it. And I am going to show you the swatch book here. So take a look. As lightener or bleach touch the hair, it goes through all of this underlying pigment that you see. You have to get past the red and then this brassy color up to the gold. So even if she gets up to gold level 8, that's perfect. That is goals, right? We don't want to get her to level 10, because if we get her to level 10, she might lose a lot of texture, a lot of curl. And if we even get her up to 9 and still have curl formation, I'm okay with that, but the goal is only an 8. We only want to get her there because we don't want to lose your curl pattern. We want to do blue Mystique and green Aurora and ocean rain. So this is going to be exciting. What do you think about those colors? Does it scare you?
No, that's gorgeous.
So we're going to measure this. Okay guys, ready or not, I'm going to use Big 9 on her because Big 9 has a smooth cream consistency, and I am just gonna use about 60 grams here, and we are gonna use 20 volume only because I don't want to lose the texture of her hair, and goals is a level 8, right? So normally I mix Big 9 1 to 1/2 ratio to get the strongest lift, but I'm gonna mix it 1 to 2 ratio. So the more developer you add in, the less lift you're gonna get, right? So I'm not looking for maximum lift with Big 9. I'm looking for more of a softer standard lift, so that way Big 9 doesn't overlift her hair. So because I have 60 grams, I would do 120 grams of 20 volume. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put the new My Hero Collagen Powder in. Because for every 30 grams, you could do 1 scoop, which would be maximum boost, or you could do half a scoop, which is standard boost. I want the maximum protection, so I'm gonna put in the powder. So you're gonna see me use Olaplex, and remember, don't overuse it. Only use a little bit, okay? So you're gonna put a dollop in there, and then now I am gonna mix and blend away. All right, so now I'm gonna section her hair into 4 quadrants, and this is very important not to disturb the curl pattern. A lot of times we want perfect sectioning when we go in, like this kind of dissect in and separate the hair. But what I do is, instead of disturbing the curl pattern, I just go with how I can separate it, just like that. So it's a little bit erratic, because obviously the curl pattern is piecing together on its own. You see that? So I'll literally take the pieces and section it. So you see me open her hair up. And I'm gonna start at nape because that's where her hair is the strongest. The hair up around her face is a little bit finer than the hair back here. So that way the lightener will sit on here longer. Now, if I end up overlapping some of these blonde tips, it doesn't matter to me because she said I could snip them off if needed to, because it's only like the last inch or so. And she's needing a cut. So everything I do, it's not gonna be like a perfect clean section because I don't want to disturb the curl pattern, right? And when you see me pull and stretch her hair, look how long this hair is. It's actually all the way down to there. But you see how when I stretch it, I'm not just like spreading it apart. I'm just stretching it down with its natural formation. And I'm gonna keep off of the routage, all right? Do not put the lightener on the routage. Only put it on the mid shaft and ends. So we're gonna start right away. And you'll see here, I'm gonna swipe down. And the good thing about Big 9 mixing at 1:2 ratio is that it has a great consistency to where it just spreads really, really easily. And as the product gets on the hair, you'll notice it'll start to kind of relax a little bit and stretch out. You see that? It naturally stretch out and soften for you. So that's when it starts to give and you get to really apply the product and penetrate thoroughly. And don't be afraid to pack on the product. Don't be so conservative. Me and Unique have been together for such a long time. I know her hair very well, and I love that she trusts me with her hair. Having your client be confident in you is key. And the way that your client can be confident in you is if you're confident in yourself. So we're moving along pretty quick here. I want you guys to see how beautiful when her hair is wet from having the product on there. Look at that pattern of the curl formation. Look how it stretches. And you can see it kind of spiral up. It's so pretty, the definition to that curl. That's why we don't want to lose it. That's why it's important that we use the My Hero Collagen Powder Booster to help retain and maintain the shape and the health of her hair so she doesn't lose that elasticity, while also having Olaplex in there to make sure we don't break any bonds. Okay guys, it's been only 10 minutes since I finished my last section on Unique's head. I want to show you guys here. I'm going to turn her head where I first started the application process. So I'm just going to peel open the mesh sheet. You can see here, she lifted to a level 8. Take a look at the routage area when you come in. Look at that natural blur line, right? So this gives her a natural shadow root without effort. Right? Look at that. Everything is naturally shadow rooted, so she's gonna look natural. I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna wear my hand condoms. I'm really, really happy with this lift because this is the lift you want the hair to be to apply Ocean Rain, Blue Mystique, and Green Aurora. Just 20 volume and you're getting this lift, seriously, on her natural level 3 hair. I love going back in and making sure everything kind of just lifts evenly. Just by swiping. Look at that. You can see the hair literally lifting one level just by me swiping. All right guys, so we are done processing. I'm gonna pull out now. I want you guys to see how beautiful this blonde is. Oh my God, can you believe that? Only 20 volume with Big 9 1:2 ratio lifted up her level 3 hair. I mean, I didn't even try to get her this light. I was like, okay, I'll settle for an 8, but damn. And you can see that her curl pattern is still intact. Just wait till I rinse out the lightener and you'll see that all of her curl pattern is still there and it's still very, very healthy. This is why I'm so happy that I created and launched the new My Hero Collagen Powder. This is so exciting. I can't wait for you guys to use it. Seriously, this is everything. I decided to leave her natural routage there because I want that shadow root there because I don't want her to look like she's wearing a wig. I want it to look like she has a face frame, something to outline her skin. So leaving that shadow root gives it that realness and that groundedness to her hair. And then what I like is that I'm not rushing. Had I used 30 volume or not used Olaplex or used the collagen powder, I would have been like, oh my God, her hair is lifting too fast. I need to rinse out this side, rinse out that side. Literally, I'm patient, I'm just chilling. And just literally just, you know, where I started, where I ended, it all lifted the same. Everything lifted the same. This is so beautiful. So now that I'm rinsing her hair, the weight of the cream has come off. So you can see her spiral is still there and all of her curls and texture has not been lost. And I feel like there is a little stereotype about me. Everybody always think I lighten the hair to a level 10 and to put colors on. Stop judging me, stop stereotyping me. The only time I lift the hair to a level 10 is when I am creating a platinum blonde or when I'm creating silver colors because those hair needs to be on level 10. But when we're talking about like certain shades like reds and SuperPower shades, they don't need to be past a certain level. This is so beautiful. This is the time what I want to do is put Olaplex No.2 on it to acidify the hair and rebuild the bonds. So I'm going to squeeze out Olaplex No.2 as you see here. And remember, Olaplex No.2 has a low pH. So this ensures that it's going to realign her cuticle and make her hair strong before we intake the color. And the shampoo I am going to use is going to be the Tang My hero, I have it all set up here. Okay, this is X1, X2, X3, X4. We are gonna use My Hero X1 shampoo. So this is gonna bring clarity to the hair. This is amazing because you wanna shampoo and rinse out any of the lightener that's in the hair or any of the oils that's left over from the cream lightener. So you want to make sure you squeeze it in well, and you're going to rinse this out. So now we have My Hero Hair Repair X2. So this is a cuticle sealer and a strengthening treatment. It's a hair softener, and it really softens the hair instantly. You'll feel it. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for just a few minutes. Alright, so the X2 is still on the head, so now I am pumping out X3. So this is the internal repair. I'm just going to squeeze this out. This repairs the hair internally, and I'm applying it right over the X2. This one I'm going to rinse out after 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put it in X4, and this is going to be the external collagen repair. I'm so excited. Okay, so now we're pumping out X4. So it closes the cuticle completely. It feels like glass right on contact. And then we're gonna let that sit on for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes as well. We're gonna rinse it off. You guys, we are back. Look at Unique. Look at her hair. She lifted to the perfect level. Give us a little spin around. Okay, so take a look here. You can see she lifted to primary level 8. There's some parts that look shimmery, so it reflects like a 9. So keep in mind, curls are tight, so they're gonna appear deeper and a lot more warmer when they're compact. So it's like a level 8.5 almost. So this is perfect. This is the perfect canvas for green to be on and ocean rain to be on. We are gonna squeeze out green Aurora. This is a big deal. The moment you've been waiting for, ready or not. They're gonna see me squeeze out green Aurora here. And I'm also gonna grab Lightning Bolt. So Lightning Bolt is our yellow. It's the most pigmented yellow you will ever experience on this planet. There's no other yellow that's this pigmented. I'm telling you, Lightning Bolt lasts forever. And when you put yellow into green, it always pops more. It looks more emerald, more bright, more limey. But I don't wanna get too carried away with it because I don't want it to look too yellowy green. So Ocean Rain is one of my favorites. I'm gonna use the most of this. There's gonna be 2 tubes of this. Ocean Rain is on the more oceany side of the blue. So I'm gonna squeeze out the Ocean Rain, which is the one I'm gonna use the most of. And Unique does have quite a bit of hair. So this is the Blue Mystique, and we won't need too much of this. This is gonna be mainly in the back, acting as a shadow root. So while we're here, you can also add in Olaplex into all the direct dyes. What I love is that you're rebuilding the bonds in the hair as you apply the color over the pre-lined hair, because we know the hair is compromised right now. So it's important to also add in the My Hero Collagen Powder at this time. Okay, I'm gonna use Maximum Boost because now we're purely depositing. You gotta make sure you put it right on in. So now we're gonna get started. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna section out her face frame, her money piece, all right? So I want a lot more of the green to really pop around her face really well, because anything that has yellow in it is always gonna be brighter. When you're dealing with SuperPower, because it's so pigmented that when you rinse it, it has so much dye load, that's why you see it transfer just a little bit. Anything that has more pigment will transfer. So that being said, I'm also gonna section out this side of her head. Everything from this point, it's gonna have Blue Mystique on the routage. All right, so I wanna create depth and dimension, so I don't wanna just be like all ombre. So the hair underneath, I wanna pull some of the Blue Mystique all the way through. So I'm gonna clip the hair up and out the way, so I'm able to work with the hair underneath, down here, and just run one shade through. Because sometimes it's not about ombreing every strand, it's about letting some of the shades stand on their own, because sometimes it's a little bit more impactful when some areas are just solid. Because I really want to showcase these colors. There is no other blue that has this much pigment. So basically everything on her nape will be a solid Blue Mystique. And then when I reach the top here, in her occipital area, I'm then gonna ombre down the Ocean Rain so it has a different shade of blue, and then leaving the tips out so we have room for the green Aurora. And this is the green Aurora. All right, so I'm gonna apply this throughout, and then we're gonna get around to the front of her face. How do you feel so far, Unique?
Excited. Super, super excited. This is fun.
This is a big deal.
Yes.
I feel like you're so brave because most people are so like, when it comes to change, people are scared to change. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I was one of them for a very long time.
So what made you decide that this is the time and the time is now?
I think it just kind of got to a point of why not?
Yeah.
And it's not going to hurt anything.
Do you think it's because people are afraid of how other people will look at them, like our friends, society would judge you if you have green hair?
I think that's a large part is fear of judgment. Fear of judgment.
Well, judgment can be very scary because we think about what stereotypes can do to people. Like when people think of like rainbow hair, for some reason people automatically think punk, right?
Yeah.
And they think like a rebel or something like a bad person. For some reason, in a lot of people's heads, they think when someone is having green, blue, pink hair, then you're unprofessional. Why is that? That's silly. It's hair.
It's hair. Outside the box scares people.
I know. And it's like, we're in 2020 now, and why do people still feel that way? We don't know, you know? It's crazy. So that's why I think it's very courageous that you're like, you know what? Who cares? I'm gonna do me. When you just let the hair naturally fall and do its thing, look how that curl and texture pattern just kind of just springs right back up on its own. What do you think of when you think of green hair, Unique? Like what stereotypes do you think of?
I don't really think of any stereotypes, but I probably would go to the Green Goblin.
The Green Goblin? or do you think like the Wicked Witch or something?
You go to negative. It's always negative in movies, in comic books.
Yeah.
It's always, green is not necessarily put with anything positive.
Green's like, everyone always associate green as like bad, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Like the witch or the swamp thing or the Green Goblin or what else is there? There's like
Joker.
The Joker! People think about the Joker.
Love the Joker.
They always think of villain.
Yeah.
Why is green associated with villain? So then automatically when you wear green, people think you're a rebel and you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden when they think of pink, they think of feminine, princess, soft. Why is that?
I don't know, because pink sucks.
Well, it's time to break that stereotype today because we don't like stereotypes, do we now?
No, we do not.
Stereotype like prevents you from being
You.
It's so stupid how we just judge something based off of a stereotype. What does that mean? Beyond hair color, you know? But seriously, like we need to stop stereotyping any color, period. So what I'm gonna do is protect the green Aurora. We're gonna put her hair wrapped inside of this rainbow foil, okay? Representing gay pride. All right, so I am just gonna make sure that I wrap it up really nice and tight. And the reason why I wanna do this is because when I rinse, I wanna protect that green from getting the blue bleeding into it. I'm not trying to make the foil look all nice and pretty because it needs to really not slide. So make sure we lay that down. Fold the foil up on itself. Fold it over twice so it anchors. It doesn't slip. Create that triangle so it doesn't slide. Okay, first of all, Unique told me she loves my music. When I first launched More To Me, you listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite song off the album?
Silent Treatment.
Silent Treatment?
Silent Treatment.
And what's the other one?
Silent Treatment.
We Can Make Up?
Yeah, We Can Make Up.
And you know what the funny thing is? I was like telling her, like, it's interesting because anytime you're doing something different, people are always going to dismiss you because they say, oh, stick to your day job, do what you know. But I was like, hey, I'm having a good time because to me, success is about being happy.
Yes.
You know? So expand, try different things, and don't stereotype people. All right, guys, we're gonna rinse her hair and we'll be back. All right, so now I'm gonna rinse out her hair. I'm gonna leave these foils in, anchoring to block the green because we don't want any of the blue getting on, contaminating the green. Unique! I have to say, this is my all-time favorite on you.
Me too.
It looks so good. And did you notice your curls are all still intact?
Yes, they are.
It's still healthy. If anything, it might even look healthier now than before. This is so much fun.
Yes.
I love it. Your hair made like my year, I think. Green Aurora, Blue Mystique, Ocean Rain is all available on mydandycolor.com, also at Cosmoprof. My Hero Collagen Powder X is also available, so I'm so excited for you guys to try it. How do you feel?
I feel lucky. I feel happy. I'm excited.
Well,
I'm
green.
excited.
Green's a lucky color too. Think about the shamrock, right? So it's not just all wicked and bad things. Stop stereotyping people, okay? That's the topic of the day. Nobody likes to be stereotyped and put in a box, right?
Yes.
And download my album, More to Me.
Like seriously, you need to get it because I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much. Tell me how you feel. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell, leave your comments below. Do you guys like the hair? Do you have any questions? Because if you do, you can just ask me and I will answer everything. Love you guys much. Talk to you later. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Bye.